Finally.
Fight.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Welcome to Science Domain. Joe Rogan, the almighty podcaster, has exposed CNN as a propaganda machine. Now, this week, I think about a day ago or thereabouts, Sanjay Gupta, chief medical correspondent for CNN, decided to go on a podcast with Joe Rogan. Now, for those of you who don't know, recently, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Joe Rogan caught the coof. And then later on, Joe Rogan, about a day or two later, after a lot of lefties were praying that Joe Rogan dies from the coof, came out and said he's perfectly healthy. And about 5 days later, he said he was testing negative. And he also said that he took a certain drug that CNN has since been calling a horse dewormer. Ivermectin. Now, before I go on with this particular video, I need to make a quick disclaimer. I am not making any claims about the vaccine or the virus itself. I'm not making any claims about that. I'm just discussing exactly what is going on and the propaganda that is being pushed by CNN as it unfolded. Now, Sanjay Gupta decided to go and see Joe Rogan on his podcast, and a lot ensued. And there was this particular 5 minutes period that I want us to take a look at and do a reaction to. Now, before we jump into this video and do my reaction, I'd like to suggest to you guys to help me out by hitting that like button down below, because it's massively important. It does kind of help the video and it feels good. Plus, please do consider subscribing if you are new. Now, without further ado, let's roll the film now, shall we? All right, so let's do this.
So for you, Joe Rogan,
Yes.
I would say you've had it.
Yes.
So now get one shot of the vaccine.
No.
Why not?
Because I have better immunity than I would if I was vaccinated. Right?
Yes.
Don't I?
I think your immunity is.
All right, you see there, Sanjay Gupta agrees with him that he has better immunity. He said yes. You heard him yourself. He said yes. I'm not the one saying yes. This is CNN correspondent saying yes. But did this stop them from going after Joe Rogan? Hells to the no.
Yes.
Don't I?
I think your immunity is really good.
So why, if I've already gotten through COVID and I was really only sick for a day, and then 5 days later I was negative, and I do have the natural antibodies now, why would I take a chance in getting vaccinated on top of that?
By the way, I'm glad.
Good question. Good question.
I'm glad you're better. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
it only lasted a day.
You're probably
I
the
really
only one at CNN that's glad.
No. We're not.
The rest
See what he's trying to do there? This guy is trying to evade the question by getting on Joe Rogan's side. Like, look, I'm glad you're okay. That's not what many of these leftists said when this guy was sick. Many of them from the left were criticizing him.
No. We're not.
The rest of them are all lying about me taking horse medication. And we should talk about that.
That bothered you.
It should bother you, too. They're lying at your network about people taking human drugs versus drugs for veterinary.
Calling it a horse dewormer is not a.
Slam dunk. You're calling it a horse dewormer when you damn well know that there are two versions of this drug, or at least veterinarians prescribe this drug for animals, but also doctors prescribe this drug for humans. Even if you check the FDA website, you will find out that it is an approved drug for human usage as well as for animal usage, right? So you don't take it without prescription. And it's funny that CNN still went on to say that this was a horse dewormer. Look at this guy's face. Let's see. He seems like he's squirming. Let's see what he has to say.
Flattering thing. I get that.
It's a lie. It's a lie on a news network, and it's a lie that's a willing. That's a lie that they're conscious of. It's not a mistake.
Yeah.
They're unfavorably framing it as veterinary medicine.
Well, the FDA put this.
Boom.
They put this thing out. You saw that. Did you see that thing that the FDA put out?
What did the FDA put out?
It was a tweet, and it was snarky. I admit it. They said, "You are not a horse. You are not a cow. Stop taking this stuff," or something like that.
Why would
You see what he's doing there? Hey, what about that person? What about that person? Does it make you any less guilty? You're trying to pass the blame to FDA?
stuff or something like that?
Why would you say that when you're talking about a drug that's been given out to billions and billions of people, a drug that was responsible for one of the inventors of it making the
Nobel Prize.
winning the Nobel Prize in
Absolutely. He's right. He is absolutely.
a Nobel Prize in 2015.
15, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
a drug that has been shown to stop viral replication in vitro. You know that, right? Why would they lie and say that's horse dewormer. I can afford people medicine, motherfucker. This is ridiculous. It's just a lie.
I don't think anyone is.
But don't you think that a lie like that is dangerous on a news network when you know that they know they're lying? You know that they know that I took medicine. Like, here it is. This is ivermectin.
You got
this
it with
right
you.
Here. Somebody gave it to me.
All right, hang on. The thing is, we're like going so fast. Like, I feel like I'm missing.
What do you mean like you're going so fast? You're not missing anything. You work for the station. You knew Don Lemon. You knew Don Lemon was calling it a dewormer or horse dewormer. You knew that most of these guys on your network, Jim Acosta, literally called it a livestock medicine. And boy, oh boy, did I look for that video. I looked for that video helter-skelter to see when Jim Acosta actually said that, because that's what pissed Joe Rogan off the most. And it's been hidden. You can search for it. It's been hidden. But the thing is, when something has been on the net, you will always find it. And I found it on Twitter. And I'm going to play it to you after we do the reaction, so you can see what's pissing Joe Rogan off.
I'm missing.
Do you think that's a problem, that your news network lies?
Well, I don't.
Dude.
What did they say?
They lied.
Have you noticed that Sanjay Gupta hasn't been able to deny that his news network lies? Amazing. Amazing. This news network, I know people that are close to me, I mean relatives, that literally believe that unvaccinated people are terrorists because of this news network. They watch CNN day in and day out, and they believe that unvaccinated people are terrorists. I'm even talking about people living in Africa watching CNN, and that's what they believe. You can imagine. It is about goddamn time somebody exposed these a-holes for what they are.
They said I was taking horse dewormer. First of all, it was prescribed to me by a doctor.
Yeah.
Along
they
with
shouldn't have said
a
it was
bunch of other medications.
If you got a human pill, because there were people that were taking it, the veterinary medication, and you're not, obviously. You got it from a doctor, so that it shouldn't be called that. Ivermectin can be a very effective medication for parasitic disease. And as you say, it's probably, I think what, 250 million people have taken it around the world.
More,
I get that.
Way more.
So
way more. Billions of people have taken it.
Can I just come back?
Okay, so you can see he's really squirming. He's admitting the fact that this thing, his news network, has done the wrong thing. At least he's trying to admit, but not really admit, if you know what I mean.
Can I just come back to the one I want to talk about? Two things
on
the ledger.
You have, before we get to that, does it bother you that the news network you worked for out and out lied, just outright lied about me taking horse dewormer?
They shouldn't have said that.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
You didn't ask? You didn't think that was you're the medical guy over there.
I didn't ask. I should have asked before coming on your podcast. But they did it with
such glee.
No.
Oh boy, you came here, you brought Sanjay Gupta, you brought a knife to a gunfight. Boy, you brought a knife to a gunfight. You don't mess with Joe Rogan like that. And look, you can tell from the look on his eyes that this dude knows his news network lied. He knows Joe Rogan's telling the truth. He's squirming like, what the hell was I thinking coming here? This is one of the reasons these people, they never go on shows where they will get any pushbacks. They never bring anybody to the show when they know that person will give them some real pushback, have a real conversation. They never do. They never do. That's why their base is stuck in such an echo chamber.
No,
yes,
Joe.
They did. I watched.
You watched?
I watched.
You watched? No, I don't think there's
yes,
a
they did.
No one takes...
Joe Rogan says he has COVID, taking livestock drug despite warnings. Yeah.
Jamie had to pull this up.
You want to play it?
Does she
this is your news network.
Don't worry, Joe Rogan. I'm going to play it on your behalf. You guys take a look at Jim Costa literally calling this thing a livestock drug.
The podcast host, Joe Rogan, he came down with COVID. He says he's been taking the livestock dewormer, ivermectin, as well as other treatments that people talk about on the internet and so on. Doesn't have any effect on COVID, obviously. Did you ever expect that you would have, I guess, to compete with the likes of Tucker Carlson and Joe Rogan, Dr. Fauci? And are their voices more powerful and, I guess, more widespread than people like yourself, other public health experts who are out there? And isn't that part of the problem?
So there you have it, guys. These people are propaganda machines, nothing but propaganda machines, doing what their overlords are asking them to do. They don't care about you. And this is not the first time that a mainstream media will be lying to us. I mean, just about a week ago, New York Times actually issued an embarrassing correction after reporting 900,000 children have been hospitalized in US with COVID when true figures were only 63,000. Science reporter who claimed Wuhan lab leak theory has racist roots made series of errors. Absolute propaganda. Now, if they're lying about this, if CNN is lying about ivermectin, what other things are they lying about? And how can we trust the mainstream media propaganda machine? Very, very difficult. This is why I keep advising people, don't trust anyone. And alternative media, this is why alternative media is pretty good. Because if it wasn't for alternative media like Joe Rogan, many of us who would be stuck to watching CNN and echo chamber would think that people who are unvaccinated are truly what? They're truly terrorists, that they're truly the ones that are trying to destroy the world. Even though in countries where there are 85% vaccinated, 85%, they're still protesting against things like the mandates, things like the vaccine passport, because even if you're vaccinated, you're still having problems living a normal life. If you are counting herd immunity, you need to count people like Joe Rogan, who has got natural immunity, as well as vaccinated people, so that you can have spare vaccines to send to other countries where this thing could possibly mutate and come back stronger. So you can vaccinate more people in those countries and reduce the chances of the virus mutating and coming back stronger. That's the essence, and that's the science. I don't know why they don't want to believe the science, want to believe Fauci, because Fauci himself, he said it on CNN. To actually go against him or to not believe him is to not believe science. Since when did Fauci become science? I don't even know what word to use at the moment, but since when did Fauci become that? But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Now you've seen it for yourself. CNN is a propaganda machine. These people are nothing but a-holes. These people are nothing but liars pushing propagandas and fake news consistently. And I am most happy that Joe Rogan, who's not a right winger, Joe Rogan, who's not a conservative, is the one that had to do it, who has a platform of what, over 100 million people on his podcast or thereabouts. I don't know. I'm so glad that it's somebody like this that exposed CNN. Apologies for my voice. It's a little bit hoarse on this particular one. I don't know what happened, but yeah, well, I hope you guys got something from this particular one. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you're subscribed, please go and check if you're still subscribed, because I'm starting to bleed subscribers. I'm not only not gaining any more subscribers, I'm bleeding them. So please try to check if you are still subscribed to the channel. It's massively, massively important because time's ticking. I told you guys, if I go on for a month and there's no significant difference in change on this channel, I'm going to have to stop it because I think YouTube has done something to this channel. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Take care of yourself. Keep looking out there. Don't get stuck in some echo chamber, whether it's be right wing or left wing. Please open your eyes, do your own research, come to your own conclusion. And if you need any advice regarding the virus or the vaccine, please consult your doctor. I'm going to be talking to you guys again real soon. Until the next time, take care of yourself. Peace. And Saya's out of here. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye now.